need you out of the house by the end of tomorrow. Understood? Wait, what? What are you talking about, Mom? I'm at work right now. Oh, I suppose I should explain myself then. You see, Natasha has decided to get married. Oh, really? She hasn't said anything to me yet. Yep. So we don't need you anymore. Get lost. What are you talking about? This is a joke, right? Even for a joke, that's a little far. Natasha is getting married. That means she's starting her new life. You could say she's starting off with a clean slate. You'll only get in her way and cause trouble anyway. She's got her wedding this Saturday, actually. So be a dear and don't say anything or call her from now on. What? You just want me to hide so her husband doesn't find out about me? Is that what you mean? Don't you think that's a little weird? Nope. It's what's gotta be done so Natasha gets what she needs. The only weird thing about the situation is that face of yours. I'll never understand how twins could look so different from each other. It's like all the good genes went into one child. You always did like her more than me. I didn't think it went this far, but I'm also not surprised. I'm glad you're at least smart enough to realize that. I wish the internet could tell me how to fix you. It's not my fault, you know. It's so hard to love such an unlovable child. Okay, I get it. Can you please stop talking about it already? Why don't you ever think about how I feel? I'm struggling a lot, you know. I can't even get my own clothes. You make me wear the old stuff she wants to throw away. I think it suits you well. Trash goes well with trash. What about the fact you only let me eat the leftovers? I don't even get to sit at the dinner table with everyone. It's like you're giving scraps to a dog. I said no such thing. Don't act like we don't take care of you, child. You're tiny anyway. It's not like you need much food. And what about all the times you let her hit me? No matter how bad she hurts me or what she takes from me, I'm always the bad guy. If I fight back, then Dad takes her side. And you just pretend you don't see him hitting me or yelling at me. Would you rather I speak my mind? Great job! Show her who's boss. Because that's all I'd have to say to him. I can't believe you two would treat your own daughter like this. I just don't understand the favoritism. What have I done wrong? Stop acting like a victim. You think your life is so hard just because you get what you deserve. I'm the one with the real issues over here. Oh? And how so? One, you need me to spell it out for you. I'm a beautiful woman. You and I both know that. Everyone knows it after all. And so, I of course expected my twin girls to be just as beautiful as I am. And then I got... you. Understand what I'm saying? I wanted perfection and I got garbage. Of course I don't understand. This is ridiculous. Why can't you act like an adult for once? Do you really just expect me to sit back and let all of this happen? What about what I want? No one cares what you want. You wanting stuff is the reason all of this had to happen in the first place. But anyway, I guess it doesn't matter if you don't understand. Just hurry up and get out of the house. I expect you out immediately. Why do I have to leave? I wanted to leave 3 months ago and you told me no, remember? You said I needed to stay home so I could do the housework for you all. I did say that, but that's all in the past. You've done what I needed. I have no need for you now. Just make it easy and leave, please. It will be a pain if you fight back. Okay, but I can't just get out of the house in less than a day. These things take time, you know. I see. Is that because you need to come and pack up your things? No need to worry about silly things like that. I already threw it all away. What? You're joking, right? What about my work clothes and my laptop? Yep, all of it is already gone. It was just sitting there bothering me. I let you keep your stuff originally because you needed to pay us your rent. You're welcome, by the way. But now I don't need that, and therefore don't need you to work. So I got rid of the eyesore. Oh, wait. Does this mean I don't have to pay you guys anymore? I suppose so. Natasha's husband is apparently very wealthy. I'm sure he'll be happy to help us. Your money is filthy anyway. It's been touched by your hands. Ugh. By the end of the day, I want to never see you again. We'll be practically strangers. We're not family, we're not friends. We're not even acquaintances. Now get out of here and never come back. Don't even look at my house ever again. My name is Sophie, and I am 26 years old. I have a twin sister named Natasha. Natasha was born first, so we always considered her my older sister, despite being born on the same day. From the moment I was born, my parents always loved Natasha more. Even as a young girl, I was able to see that clearly. Natasha always got whatever she wanted. Whether it be snacks, toys, anything, she was treated like a princess. And then there was me. They treated me like a servant. They acted like I was lesser than my sibling, and always told me I was in the way. And yet, despite being born at the same time, they loved Natasha. When introducing me to family friends, they always thought it was funny to introduce us as Natasha and the other one. I'd always try to tell them stories or talk about my day, and they never listened. They were far too focused on her instead. I had hoped this was a novelty and would soon wear off, but unfortunately, that was not the case. Natasha was pampered all through college as well. They even paid the thousands needed for her degree. But unsurprisingly, they didn't pay anything for me. Instead, they made me pay them. Once I turned 16, they told me to get a job and made me start paying rent. The rent was so high, I didn't have time for school. I had to drop out and get a full-time job just to survive. It was definitely a hard time in my life. But I didn't let that stop me. I studied secretly on my own. When I wasn't working, I was hiding away at parks or the library, learning everything I could. I ended up getting quite a few business certifications even. And thanks to all my hard work, I managed to get out of my first tiresome job, and I was hired by a real estate agency. I finally got a job I enjoyed. Unfortunately, I had to give most of my earnings to my family, so I didn't benefit much from the pay raise. When my mother texted me today, declaring that I needed to leave and never speak to my family again, I was surprised, sure, but not upset. To be honest, I was even a little bit relieved. The chance to escape my toxic family and live life on my own. Not to mention finally getting to use the money I make on myself. And so I lived my days much happier, enjoying the freedom I had. But that wasn't the end. One day, my mother started to text me again. Hey, honey, I'm really sorry. It was really trashy of me to just throw you out and treat you like I did. I'm sorry for everything I've done to you. Let's just try and forget about all of this. Let me make it up to you. Why don't you come back and we can start over? Huh? Who is this? Don't say that, Sophie. Of course you know who I am. It's your mother. The woman who gave birth to you. Mom? It's been so long I didn't even recognize the number. Why are you suddenly talking to me? You said you never wanted anything to do with me again. I haven't spoken to you in years, and yet you're already disrespecting me. Just behave yourself for once. Your attitude is even worse now that you've been left alone. Seriously? Did you really just text me so you could insult me again? If you don't want to actually talk, then I'm leaving. I'm quite busy at the moment. Goodbye. No, wait. I actually have something to ask you. What do you want? I want to come live with you, actually. As one big family, all under the same roof. Why would I do that? We aren't family anymore. And family? You expect me to house everyone? Well, if I'm being blunt, we lost our house. We couldn't pay the bills and we got evicted. Didn't you say Natasha's husband was wealthy or something? Why don't you just go live with him? And Dad is still working, isn't he? Well, yeah, about that. He was lying to us all. You know, when he said he makes a lot of money. Oh, is that so? He told me he was trying to become a lawyer a long time ago. But he tried to pass the bar exam a few times, but failed each time. Then he started working a few different part-time jobs. Ah, so you staked everything on his future? I guess that's the thing about gambling. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. I'm surprised Natasha is still with him even though he couldn't become a lawyer, though. She isn't the type to support someone. Your father and I sat down and had a really long talk with her. We told her it was best if she left him as soon as possible. But she refused. She's totally fallen for him. She really believes he's going to find success one day. She wouldn't listen to us at all. Well, good for her. I don't believe he's ever going to pass that exam. He doesn't study at all, and he just plays video games as soon as he gets home. He spends the little money he makes taking Natasha out on trips or for dinner, too. I have to keep lending them money to pay their rent, but I'm running out. Wow, you really do love Natasha, huh? You'll do anything for her, even make yourself poor. And so what happened? He just spent all your money and you had to sell the house? There's more to it than that. Your father got into investing shortly after all of this. His co-workers tricked him into it, I think. He saw it as a good way to retire early if it went well. But of course it failed. We ended up owing over 30 grand. We couldn't pay it, so we had to take out a loan. Ah, so now you owe some loan company some money too, eh? Someone like Dad shouldn't have tried getting into investing in stocks in the first place. That stuff is far too complicated for someone simple-minded like him. I mean, he thinks he's smart, but he's quite an idiot, isn't he? This is no laughing matter, Sophie. He even quit his job because he was so convinced this would work. And now we owe all this money and have no way of making it. I'm scared, Sophie. And now I lost my home, too. I've got nothing. So he retired early before he had the retirement money? You know, you've really changed. You're right, I have. I now have people who love and respect me, Mom. And it has taught me to better respect myself as a person. I'm no longer scared of you guys. I've recovered from my trauma and have become my own person. Is that right? I don't really care to hear about your life story, to be honest. Are you really in a position to talk to me like that? Oh, I guess I can put up with it. I mean, it's annoying, but you live in a fancy apartment complex, right? I can deal with you if I get to stay there. What? Who told you that? One of your old school friends. I'm friends with her mother. She told me. Oh, that sucks. And I heard you make over $120K a year, too. Yeah, what about it? Well, I give you permission to become part of our family again. We can all move into the apartments and be together. Doesn't that sound wonderful? No thanks. First of all, you haven't spoken to me in 5 years. Second, I cut ties with you long ago, and I don't plan on taking that back. As far as I'm concerned, you're nothing but a stranger to me. And I see no reason in letting a stranger move in with me. Well, yeah, I kicked you out a while ago. But that's just because I thought we didn't need you anymore. But you still have value to us now. You could at least pretend not to be a scumbag, Mom. Stop messing around and asking me ridiculous things. I never want to see your face again. You don't have to see me. That's okay. You can let us move in and you can stay somewhere else. How does that sound? Well, you'd still need to pay the rent and bills, of course. We can't afford them. Just give it up already. Shut up with your stupid, delusional fantasies. I'm not doing anything for you. Aw, unfortunately, you aren't allowed to say no. You have to let me stay there, my dear. And why is that? Because I'm already here. Don't be stupid. How would you know where I live? Your friend gave it to me when I asked her. She doesn't know much about your family life, so she gave it to me pretty easily. I don't remember telling any of my friends my address. Or anyone, for that matter. Ah, well, perhaps you just forgot. Or maybe you let it slip by accident. Either way, I'm already here at your apartment. So as I said, you don't get a choice. You will let us stay here. It's too late to tell me no. I'm already here. You can do whatever you want. I'm not moving from this spot. Just wait a second. I'm gonna check to see for myself. Fine by me. Okay, I checked my security cameras and I don't see anyone in the house. Well then, you must have not checked them all. I'm right here in your bedroom. Then let me ask, how did you travel to Australia without any money? Wait, what? Australia? What are you talking about? That's where I live now. No, you don't. You're just lying to try and get me to leave, aren't you? I'm not falling for your pathetic lies, Sophie. I'm smarter than you. I can see right through you. I talked to my coworkers a while back. I confided in them about everything you've done to me. I haven't done anything. Stop lying. I told them that you cut me off, but that you'd probably come crawling back eventually. I wasn't sure when, or even if you'd ever do it. What? How could you tell people things like that? Do you want people to think I'm some sort of evil mother? That's exactly what you are. But anyway, shortly after, they suggested I move farther away from you all. There's a branch office here in Australia, so they offered to transfer me here. You can't just get a job in another country because you tell someone some sob story. Of course not. I got this job because I was qualified for it and I had a sob story. While you were busy treating me like your personal slave, I was busy studying. I never once saw you do that. Besides, I didn't give you enough time for such things. I mainly did it while everyone was asleep, or on my breaks at work. I knew you'd mock me, or even try and stomp me if you found out. So I made sure to keep it hidden from everyone. No one in that house had any idea I was training behind your backs. Ugh, you're such a pain in my butt. Of course you were doing stuff behind my back. You can't ever behave and be nice, can you? Anyway, I moved to Australia last month, so I haven't been in that apartment since then. So nobody lives here. It's still really homey here, though. I mean, all your furniture and stuff is still set up. Why would you leave that? It's expensive to move that stuff overseas. I just bought new stuff once I got here. It was much cheaper. But I didn't leave my furniture in that building. Actually, I sold all of my old stuff. But then, why is there still furniture here? Well, who knows, I suppose. Anyway, are you still in that bedroom? How did you get in there in the first place? Your dad is very good with his hands. He was able to pick the lock. So you really just broke in? Well, only because we had to. We don't have the key, so what else were we supposed to do? You do realize picking a lock is illegal, right? Have you gone completely mad or something? Well, if you told us you weren't here, I wouldn't have done it. Maybe don't move to another country without telling us first. None of your business, but okay. Oh, suddenly I remember something. What did you remember? When I was handing in my keys, I ran into someone in that apartment complex. They were taking my place and moving in that day. So, this apartment is theirs? It's someone else's. You're in some stranger's home, yes. Congratulations. You are officially breaking and entering. Wait, something's wrong. Oh, what happened? There's a cop car outside the building. Yep, that would be my fault. I'm glad they showed up before you could get away. Although the security cameras would catch your face even if you did get away somehow. But I think it's more satisfying this way. How could you? How could my own daughter do this to me? You're a monster. No human could do this to their poor mother. You aren't my mother. Family doesn't throw each other away and treat me the way you did. If anyone's a monster here, it's you and Dad. You're a horrible daughter. I don't care anymore. Why don't you just help me move to Australia as well? I don't mind moving if you let us stay with you. You have to. I have nowhere to go. I don't have room for you. I'm getting married soon. Huh? You see, marriage is the time to start a new life. I don't want horrible people like you around my husband. You might ruin my new life and my relationship. You'll get in the way. So, nope. Good luck dealing with the cops. Don't give them too much trouble. How could you? Don't just leave me. Do something. After that, the police busted into the apartment and arrested my parents. Using the text messages as proof, they told the police they weren't there to steal anything. Since nothing had been damaged or touched, they weren't imprisoned. Unfortunately. Instead, they were all fined and sent on their way. Considering the fact they had taken out a loan to pay off that debt, I don't know how they're gonna pay off a heavy fine, too. They tried to borrow even more money, but of course were turned down. Their credit score was ruined from all of this. I doubt they'll ever get a loan again. I heard they moved into a shabby one-person apartment room that they can barely afford. The walls are stained and falling apart, and they have to share a mattress on the floor. That sounds more like they're living in a haunted house than an apartment. Mom and Dad both took on part-time jobs in a local restaurant, trying to pay back all the money they borrowed. They started hassling Natasha and her husband for money as well, wondering when he was going to finally pass the bar exam. But Natasha's husband gave up completely, content to just keep working at the local grocery store. She finally reached her breaking point and the two of them ended up getting a divorce. It was a messy one, with both sides fighting to take everything and blaming each other. Natasha messaged me personally recently. She was begging me to help and send her money. Just like Mom, she wanted financial support, yet still acted rude towards me. Of course, I ignored the messages. But she was very persistent, so I ended up blocking